rest of today. He skipped my fourth period English class to fill an empty gray space under a freeway overpass with spray-painted dreams, and even though I'm phenomenally pissed, I'm more upset about the class that he missed. You see, we were reading poetry today, and I think he would have dug it. Tomas is definitely the most colorful character in my classroom, the classic cut of the ADHD profile with a capital H. I like to say that it stands for hilarious. The experts say that it means attention deficit hyperactive disorder and that he can't pay attention. It's not that he can't pay attention, it's more like he can't not pay attention to everything. He is skin, bone, and attitude, rolling in on a skateboard 5 minutes late every afternoon yelling, "Yo, what up, Cuddy?" I think he thinks I'm a pirate. He was the orphan student that no one wanted, drifting through campus looking for learning in all the wrong places, in textbooks that teach him nothing he needs, in lessons that leave him left in the dark. And absent from the equation, he always seems lost in the hallways. Tomas does not have a seat in my class. He just wanders from desk to desk with an occasional pit stop at the dry erase board to tag his name. As if to say, I was here, Melvin. Don't mark me absent-minded. I'm still listening, but these legs need to move, and that desk is a prison. He says a lot of things in hyperactive soliloquies, but he truly speaks with his hands. Aerosol cans drop bombs on urban campuses, more precise than government missiles. He paints 1,000 pictures with a word. Parallel pigments painted priceless while pigmen pound the pavement to place metal bracelets on adolescents for the defacement of barren walls. And I can just imagine him thinking that these walls could really use some color. I wish there was some other way for him to get that shit out without winding up in juvie. I wish he owned the Great Wall of China. I'm sure that his parents just wish that he would do something more constructive. But he is Picasso with a spray can, and no one will ever really understand him until he is gone. Labeled academically handicapped and intellectually inept, he finds himself in special ed meetings surrounded by experts with more labels than solutions. They say he can't focus, but they never seen him finger pressed on a fat cat, bringing a lifeless wall back from the dead. Never seen him resuscitate concrete. And I swear, I've seen him make Brit breathe. It's days like these that make me feel like I failed him. Like I couldn't give him the tools to express himself, but he was given a gift at birth to make paint speak like a poet. I wish they could see his language. They charge him with defacing government property, but he should charge them with illiteracy. Their literature is ill. Literally, Tomas is a surgeon, and this city is in need of emergency surgery. I mean, seriously. How do you deface a faceless fallacy built on stolen land anyway? How do I deny that I sympathize with the rebel that pulses in his veins? I can just see him afraid that these streets will forget his face, and so he tattoos his name on an abandoned building that's been forgotten just the same. With lonely walls wishing they could only be so lucky as to become a masterpiece someday, the experts say. That he'll never become a productive member of society, but he hates his society anyway. And I can't blame him. See, this urban wasteland is run by a man who wants to tame him. You can take rap out of the concrete jungle, but you can't take the concrete jungle out of rap, and he is hip-hop. But what do we do now? And where do we go from here? And how do I make sure that he doesn't get pinched again? See, these answers don't have questions without change. There are no simple solutions to change, but when deficiencies are made to be disorders, the student spirals downward in this order. Self-confidence is shattered. Trust doesn't matter. The system fails again. And all that's left is anger. You see, sometimes these things look like graffiti. And sometimes they look like Columbine High School, Virginia Tech, and Sandy Hook Elementary. But the worst part is that no one ever taught Tomas how to fail. Never taught him that a disability is not an inability. It's just reality reminding us that we all do things differently. So Tomas, if you're listening, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You can never be anyone better than yourself, so you might as well get comfortable. And if anyone ever tries to change you, remember that you put the fun in dysfunction.